Meteorite, heading towards Venice. Evacuate, evacuate.
Hey guys, welcome back to the program. Welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show. Today we have a brand new release from a fan favorite here on the channel from Venezianico, a small independent watch brand making real strides of success in the last few years. In fact, the last release of the Arsenale was one of my favorite watches in 2024, and they're back with a bang. What an impact! They've come back with an extended version of the Arsenale with a Meteorite version, as you can see here below. Now, one of the biggest party tricks of Venezianico is that they produce watches that feel far more expensive than what they really are. They really are trying to bring you that luxury vibe at an affordable price that doesn't break the bank. And this particular timepiece, as you can see here below, I don't normally give first impressions, but it does look like an expensive luxury timepiece. So thumbs up. They've done it again, Venezianico. The Arsenale is a very cool integrated design that they've made it look classy with these beautiful dials, and I was really impressed with the other models that I reviewed last year, and we'll go through that when I give you the specifications and my initial impressions of this timepiece. But this watch has a Meteorite dial, and there is a little bit of a story behind this. Now, this dial, this Meteorite, was discovered in 1906 in northern Sweden, Scandinavia, and it's one of the oldest found. So after it's been drifting through space for around 4.5 billion years, you've actually got a piece of history through the cosmos on your actual watch. How cool is that, guys? I have to say. Now, Meteorite dials in watches in general are normally associated with very expensive timepieces, but this watch comes in at 1,200 euros for 2025, and the release date is February the 24th. But if you pre-order now, you'll be able to pick this watch up for just 1,000 euros. Okay, there's also a black rubber strap that you can buy for this for an extended 85 euros. I believe in the UK that doesn't include taxes, so don't forget to add 20% to those figures, I believe. But guys, what a cool watch, I have to say. Is it perfect? Let's find out. Let's go through the specifics. No such thing as a perfect watch, but there are a few changes to this particular version to the original models that I reviewed off the back of 2024. Let's change perspective and check out the brand new release from Venezianico. Let's take a closer look at the new Venezianico Arsenale with the Meteorite dial. But as you can see here below, I've got all the versions of the Arsenale. The original with the Costa de Genève dial came in different color variants, from black, I believe, to purple lilac color. Then came the ultra black, and now what you could say arguably one of their flagship models in the Arsenale lineup, the version with the Meteorite dial. But let's have a look at the first one that I reviewed, and I have to say, look at that Costa de Genève finish on the dial, that blue, beautiful, the way it plays with the light. Now, this is a very cool timepiece. I was very impressed with it when it was first launched. I called it the Tissot PRX killer because I love the execution, the integrated bracelet, the onion crown, the screw down crown, sapphire crystal, everything about it. The ultra thinness of it was, for me, amazing. Very cool indeed. But as you can see, the indices here have no lume whatsoever, and the actual handset The sword hands are actually skeletonized. Now then came the ultra black, same ideology, but then came that Musa black paint, and it was a no-brainer for Venezianico to add this to the lineup with this particular dial, because the ultra black in the Narado range won Watch of the Year, so it makes sense to have it on the actual Arsenale. Beautiful, deep, bottomless dial. I have to say, absorbs 99.4% of light with that Musa black paint, and an important part of the Arsenale lineup. And I am not shocked that they've come up with the version that they have here, the Venezianico Arsenale with the Meteorite dial. Look at that dial, beautiful. First impressions, wow. Look at the way it plays with the light. And Meteorite dials are associated with very expensive timepieces, normally the top of the lineup in many watch brands lineup. And it's no surprise that Venezianico have gone for a Meteorite dial in the Arsenale lineup. But there are a few differences, as you can see. Look at the indices there, guys. You can see there is a lume, and on the handset there you can see there is a lume as well. Very nicely done as well. You've got that chaptering or minute track, as you can see there, around this beautiful dial. But let's go through the specifications of this particular timepiece before I give you my first impressions. Now, the watch has a case diameter of 40 millimeters. Lug to lug, you're looking at 44 millimeters. When I measured this timepiece, it's around 9.3 millimeters in terms of case thickness. So very thin indeed. I love the integrated bracelet. You could call it a H-link bracelet. It articulates very well with that satin finish. Very nice, and it tapers down with a butterfly clasp. Just have a look at it here for you guys. Bear with me. This is not scripted off the cuff, so I'll give you my real true thought process without scripting or anything like that. I think it's best. I love the satin finish on the case, high end finish beveling there, very nicely done. Now the watch itself, the bracelet, is actually not push pins, it's actually screws, guys. So let's check this out. So you've got screws instead of push pins. Very nice indeed. You've also got a screw down crown. Very nice. Let's have a look at the back of the watch. Bear with me, guys. Into focus for you, and there you have it, the Arsenale. Nice engraving at the back. The watch is 50 meters water resistant, and it's hosting the Miyota 9039 movement, which is Miyota's top end of what they produce, and it beats at 28,800 beats per hour, and it has a power reserve around 40 hours, I was told. So yeah, nice movement, very thin. I love the fact that it's ultra thin. I love the dial. The finishing of the dial is fantastic. I love the coined edge finish for the bezel, and that high-end gloss finish as well. Gives it a very elegant, classy look, and it's more legible now. I think the reason why they put lume in the indices, and I might be wrong, is that if you look at the other versions that were just no lume, because there was a different contrast to the indices to the dial, it was fine, it was legible. But with this particular model, because you've got that Meteorite dial, that different highlights of sort of grey, silver, dark grey, just plays the light. I think if you had just indices that were just high and finish polish, they may get lost in the dial. But there you have the Venezianico logo there at 12 o'clock. And if you look at the bottom of there at 6 o'clock, you've got Venezianico there with the minute track going round the actual Meteorite dial. Beautifully done. Now, I was struggling to find something negative because there's no such thing as a perfect watch for me. Now, the only thing I could think of is that the watch has got a screw down crown, but it's only 50 meters water resistant. Now, I'm being very picky. 50 meters is more than sufficient for anything you want to do. Swim, you know, with this watch, no problem. It's going to be water resistant. But with a screw down crown, I would expect it to be at least 100 meters water resistant. Maybe that's something Venezianico will look at. This is not a big issue for me. I'm really really nitpicking here to find something negative to say about this watch. But overall, I'm absolutely in love with this watch. It's very classy, very elegant. I would call this a sort of dress stroke leisure watch. It's not so much a sports watch. It gives it more, it's very classy, elegant, something that you could wear with informal or formal attire. I have to say, it will fit beautifully under your shirt cuff, I would say. So overall, a very impressive timepiece from Venezianico. They've smashed it out the park again. They've done a real big impact with this meteorite, and it's great to have a bit of history on your wrist. If you really think about it, having a meteorite dial that's over 4.6 billion years old is unbelievable, and it's one of the oldest, I was told. And Venezianico, this is an authentic meteorite dial. This is not some sort of imitation that you get with some independent watch brands, I would say. So guys, I'm going to leave you some shots of the watch in natural sunlight, and I'm going to show you the watch on my wrist, which is just under 6.5 inch wrist, and yeah, show you some shots of the lume as well. Good Swiss luminova on this timepiece. Take care, leave your comments below, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.